Well, my friends, welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew, and today I want to talk about the real possibility of this channel not being here. Seeing as I'm fully gonna support Donald Trump, probably gonna make content trying to help other people come to that conclusion as well. It's not gonna be every day. I'm still gonna do my gaming stuff mostly, but yeah, dude, I'm not gonna back down. I'm not gonna be quiet. I'm not gonna freaking go hide in a little hole and pretend that what happened yesterday wasn't freaking the what wasn't you know like a bunch of in my opinion, man, that's some cowardly crap, and there's no way and that I would ever vote for a party that especially right now with as polarized as the country is, there's no way in hell I'm gonna back down. No way. No freaking way. I love this country. I love my fellow Americans way too much to sit down, shut up, and be quiet. Like, I'm not gonna do that. If you want to leave the channel, that's fine. Like, I don't care. Like, there's a real possibility that a lot of you guys might leave, and um I don't know. For every one of you that leave, I'm pretty sure there's a Donald Trump patriot out there that would be more than glad to take your place and support this channel and support me as I continue to build this channel. And that sucks. I would really hate for the channel to have to be like one-sided. I don't want that. I definitely don't want that. If you're a Democrat and you vote Democrat, you believe in Joe Biden and you believe in the stuff, like, man, that's exactly what America is built for, so that we can have disagreements, so we can find common ground to come together and make things better. Your let me put it this way. If you don't support Donald Trump and you are a Democrat and you watch this channel, just know that, like, I do respect your point of view. I do. I absolutely do. I want you to believe in what you want to believe in. I'm not here to try to change your mind. And I'm not gonna make this a political channel. Like, I'm not gonna do that. This is gaming. But what happened yesterday was very serious. And if we don't open our eyes right now and start taking accountability for our own actions and for the stuff that we do as individuals and how we treat people, things are only going to get worse from here. I don't want to see that from anybody. It's one of those things, my friends, where like video games bring us together as a community because we like video games. We like tech. We like stuff like that. So obviously we have something in common, clearly. And not only that, we probably have our families and our kids and our jobs and our work and all of the other things that make us American, that bring us together, that you know that help us build our relationships. And politics should never, I mean, there's like a few things that you don't talk about, and politics is one of them. And like I said, guys, I don't want to be one of those political channels that's out there, just doing what, because in my opinion, those are exactly the same as the other ones. And it's just garbage. It's just propaganda. It's just people trying to shove their beliefs on anybody. But man, if we're looking like right now, this is my honest belief, man. Like right now, I look at the Democrats as a very destructive party right now. I'm not talking about the my fellow Americans that vote, like people that are like me. I'm talking about the actual politicians and the donors and the supporters and everything like that. I look at the Democrat Party right now as being very destructive. And in some ways, yes, the Republicans too, but I kind of feel those guys are a lot more like passive aggressive or whatever, because they don't stop anything. They don't they don't when it comes time to vote those new budgets in, they're all right there with their money, with their hands out. So I know I mean, they're definitely part of the problem. Maybe they're scared of the federal law enforcement coming after them. Maybe that is the case. I mean, when Donald Trump gets in there, maybe he should just pardon everybody, and we as American citizens should start taking voting a lot more seriously, especially when these people are just like slinging dirt. You can tell those are not good people, obviously. You can tell that if they're out there just throwing dirt around, and I'm not saying Donald Trump is any freaking better, like, I'm not. Like, Donald Trump's character, my friends, you know, I don't know. He's a showbiz person or whatever. So I mean, some of that is kind of expected. Um, but like one of the things that I kind of liked about Donald Trump, honestly, is that he would freaking call them people out because they are feckless cowards and they don't do anything to help better your life or my life. They take our money, they take our taxes, but what have they freaking done for us? We've got all they do is enact a bunch of laws that pretty much drain us of our money, of our life, of our energy, while giving it to all these rich people that don't even pay any taxes. I said this in the last freaking video. Like, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. And watching that yesterday, you know, the senseless freaking, going after Donald Trump over something like, the media and these politicians, they spread this fear, they spread this hate, they spread this anger. And I mean, we've all seen it. We've all seen when they don't get their way, they burn down cities and they destroy everything, and they bring out, and it looks coordinated, man. It does. If you're living under a rock, whatever, maybe you don't see it, but this is pretty serious, man. Like the nonsense that's going on right now, the inflation that we're experiencing, all of these issues, the whole, the sickness that went around for a couple of years, and they shut everything down and they told us not to go outside. They made us wear freaking masks, all of that stuff. All of these things, man, like, I don't know. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but when you really look at it, when you really like take a step back and you look at everything and just how everything's going right now, like what do you how are you supposed to feel? Like, how are you supposed to feel? But I get it, man. People these days are just, I don't know. I don't know, man. Like, America has definitely become a shell of its former self. I don't know. Do we even do we even have the courage to stand up and actually do what our forefathers did to build this freaking country in the first place? I mean, do we even have that level of freaking of confidence in ourselves anymore to even pull off something like that? Could we defend what we love? Could we still do that today? Like, I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of society, there's a lot of problems in society right now, and I feel like a lot of it is planted. To be completely honest with you guys, I think a lot of it is planted. I mean, dude, I'm 43 years old. I grew up, through the 80s, through the 90s, through the 2000s, obviously, and we've all grown up, man. We didn't grow up, you know, I don't know. Like, it seems like there's a resurgence of racism all of a sudden, a resurgence like the whole, almost like a civil rights thing, but for the LGBTQ community and stuff, and it just doesn't seem to stop. It's like it keeps going and going and going and getting worse and getting worse and getting worse. And like I said, I live in a red state, and you don't necessarily hear like people going like freaking out against about all this stuff. I mean, yeah, obviously people are, I don't know. I don't know. I really don't pay a whole lot of attention to it. But it does get annoying to see it all the time. I mean, like I said, this is a video game channel, and it's like it's almost like every single video game coming out these days has been aimed towards like race or toward gender identity or something like that. And like, it gets old, it gets tiring. Like, I don't even think most people care, to tell you the truth. I'll tell you what, like, when I'm working and trying to feed my family, I'm never thinking about the LGBTQ community. I'm never thinking about like racism or anything like that. Like, those thoughts don't ever even enter my mind. Seriously, I don't have time to sit and worry about some other, like other people. I don't have time. I don't think anybody really has time to sit and think about those types of issues. Like, I don't think that's ever on anybody's mind. So I don't understand how the whole world, or how everybody can just be like, I don't understand how racism and all the LGBTQ and all the other issues that keep coming up. Like, I don't understand why? I mean, it's almost like they're throwing it in our face and doing it to provoke a reaction out of somebody or out of white people, you know. And there's like this whole anti-white thing going around right now, and it's like, why, man? Like, I don't get it. All of these problems were solved years ago, decades ago. All of these problems were solved decades ago, or at least they were, you know, like laws and stuff were enacted to prevent that type of behavior from going forward. And we have strict laws with just punishments for people who commit those crimes. And it's like those types of crimes have went down, and now it's like they're trying to regurgitate everything to get an emotional response out of people so that they can be negative towards each other. That's all it's doing. That's literally all it's doing. It's bringing up this stuff and making it worse. While we have literal freaking cities and states who are not necessarily defunding the police, but they're decriminalizing things to an extent where that crime rate is starting to skyrocket. And what do they do? How are they gonna get that back into control? Um, I honestly think they're doing it purposefully so that they can 100% get the American people to be like, yeah, let's go ahead and put cameras everywhere and agree to surveillance and all kinds of stuff. They're doing it so that you'll end up trading more of your freedoms for protection against things that they should have just, you know, gotten to the bottom of it. I know for a fact that, like, you know, there's you know, I mean, probably some crimes out there they're probably pretty strict on like the punishments and stuff. But if you really like dig deep into this stuff and you really cared, then maybe you would definitely understand some of the ins and outs of what's going on and why it's happening. But I think people are just we're in an age where we have so many sources coming at us so freaking fast that it is 100% like destroying the moral fabric of our country. It really is. Social media goes so fast, and people just instead of thinking about things, they instantly react and try to be number one and try to do this and try to do that. And that really does, you know, like tear it doesn't even matter if we're right or wrong anymore. And that sucks, guys. That really does suck. We're teetering on the edge of I don't want to sound like all doom and gloom like everybody else, because I still believe in people. I still believe people are good. I do, and I still believe that most people would definitely be there to help. And even you know, it doesn't even matter what party you're on. I know people are still good. I know they are, but I feel like we're being led astray. I think we're all being lied to. I think we are. I think we are all being led astray. I think we're all being lied to. I think we're all being, you know, because obviously we're going to have beliefs. We're all going to have beliefs that are either going to point us toward a conservative type of leadership, or they're going to, you know, take us towards a democratic, you know, a liberal type of leadership, or a, you know what I mean? Like we have these beliefs, and I feel like they take advantage of that. They take advantage of that, and they put us into little boxes, and they try to invoke an emotional response to get us to do what they want us to do, and then they never do what they say they're going to do, ever. Not one time. They said they were going to Joe Biden's team said they were going to pay off all your school debt and do all of this stuff, and we're going to make things better, and they haven't done anything. They literally haven't done anything in 4 years except for ride out. Like, seriously, the prices since Bill Biden has been president have been ridiculous. We're losing a lot of money out of our households, and not one of them are trying to do anything. They're literally out there trying to tell us that everything is good. They're trying to tell us everything is good, and we all know that is not the case. So yeah, when I was going to college, I definitely leaned more liberal, voting for Obama, all of that stuff. Um, but then once I got out of school and I started having to like do things for myself, things changed quickly. I was like, wait a minute, man, like all the stuff that they promised and all this stuff, it's not doing what they said it was gonna do. So yeah, guys, I don't know. I'm prepared to lose people from the channel. I definitely am. I would hope that you guys would, if you don't like the fact that I'm voting for Donald Trump, or that I'm going to support Donald Trump and talk about Donald Trump, and why I think my plan or my goal is simple. We elect Donald Trump, we get him in office for 4 years. We have two more elections within that time, for House of Representatives every 2 years. We can get rid of those people and replace them with new people. And every time the senators come up, we get rid of them. If we have to vote for the opposite party just to get rid of these incumbent people that have been there forever and have literally done nothing but steer us off a freaking cliff. I think that's the only way we're going to get rid of these people. They have got everything built, and they've got it all rigged so well that it's almost impossible to get rid of all of them in one felt swoop. We have to be smart. We're going to have to vote against our own people literally for maybe a couple of election cycles until we completely get rid of these people. And hopefully the new people that we elect that come in take their jobs a lot more seriously than the people that we're getting out of there, because we might have to just vote them out every 2 to 4 years. House of Representatives, every senator, they get 6 year blocks now. It's 2 years, 6 years, and 4 years for the president. So the senators are the ones that we probably really need to get rid of the most, because we can always get rid of the House of Representatives after 2 years. Those guys are the least of our problems. The ones that are really our problems are the senators. Those are the ones that they every every election cycle, like, we have to try to get rid of these people. I think the Senate is probably the ones that are going to be the hardest to get rid of, but they got to go, man. Maybe we need to start getting rid of our freaking governors too, like something. One thing I would tell you guys to do is definitely pay attention to your local voting. That's probably going to be more important than anything. I mean here in Utah, like, there's this guy that's running against Governor Cox, Larry, or Phil Lyman, and dude, he won like the thing, but then, like, the other guy Cox, I guess, paid for people to, like, put their ballot. Oh, I don't know how that happened, but it's like the people voted for Phil Lyman, and somehow there was this other way to get him in there. And yeah, dude, this really sucks, man. Like, this really sucks. I don't completely understand it. Like I said, I don't pay a lot of attention to politics, and I really don't want to. I really don't want to have to do that. I don't, but I kind of feel like we all, as American citizens, really should start paying more attention to this, because I don't. I don't. I'm guilty of voting down ticket, every once in a while. When I was voting for Obama and stuff, I voted down ticket. When I was voting for Trump, I vote down ticket. So it doesn't matter. We're just gonna have to do this. And you know it is what it is. If you guys are leaving the channel, I wish you the best. You're always welcome here. I will never, ever in my life go out of my way to make you feel uncomfortable about the party that you choose to vote for. Like I said, I've been on both sides. I understand that there are things that definitely appeal to me on the Democrat side, and there are things on the Republican side that appeal to me too. But um, right now, at this time, I just can't see myself backing a party that is as divisive as the Democrat Party has become. I don't get it, man. I would prefer my leaders to be better than me. You know what I mean? I would prefer my leaders to be better than me and not act like freaking teenagers in high school, or clickbait YouTubers. That's what they remind me of, is clickbait YouTubers. And I would rather them be better than me, not worse than me, for sure, definitely. I would rather our leaders be able to hold their composure. And yes, I get it, dude. Donald Trump. We're talking about Donald Trump. He's like the backhand, in my opinion, the backhand to all them people that have been in office for so long and have done nothing but destroy our country. So, guys, if you like this content, do not forget to like and subscribe. And everybody that's coming on, welcome. Everybody that's leaving, I'm gonna miss you. I am gonna miss you guys, but we'll see you we'll see you in the next in the next round. So we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.